Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be speaking about Beyonce and just my thoughts on her and this whole perfume thing and some other thoughts that I've had about her that I've been wanting to get off, but I didn't know if I wanted to make a video on it. But I finally decided that I should, and so I shall. If you're new and you have subscribed, thank you. If you're not new and you've subscribed, thank you. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed at all, do that, bitch. Thank you. Appreciate you. So let's get into this video. So, as a lot of you guys know, Beyonce just dropped a perfume, or it's available for order on her website right now. She's getting into her entrepreneurial bag, okay, into her side hustle bag, okay, which is wonderful, which is great. But there has been some discourse online about this perfume and this launch. Now, some of the things that have been said is that the perfume that Beyonce is launching, although it looks nice, is expensive. And some people are saying, oh, it's too expensive, it's too expensive. Which is really interesting that fans are saying this because y'all spend all that motherfucking money on those tour tickets. So to me, it's quite interesting for you to complain about the perfume. I understand a perfume is a perfume and a concert is a concert, but still, y'all had the money for that. So what's the difference between y'all having the money for the perfume? I don't understand. Me, I'm not a Beyonce fan or stan. I mean, I used to be like years ago, like back in her Halo era and stuff like that, but I don't listen to Beyonce like that now. So I wouldn't consider myself a stan or fan of her. I'm just really an observer of her at this point. But yeah, that's what some people are saying. Some people are saying that this perfume is too expensive. People were also saying back when Drake and Beyonce were still on tour that Drake's tour tickets as well as Beyonce's tour tickets were too expensive as well. I don't think her tour tickets were too expensive, or Drake's. Let me tell you why. Because Beyonce is Beyonce, and I know that's a generic response, but she has solidified herself in this industry. She is considered a living icon and legend. So to me, it's understandable why her live concert tickets would be, a lot of money, or why even her perfume or really anything with her name on it to be expensive. I can totally understand that because she's selling you not only a product but a brand, and the brand of Beyonce is expensive, and the brand of Beyonce is worth money. So she's not going to sell you guys a $30 perfume, unfortunately. She's not going to sell you guys a $40 perfume, unfortunately. And I feel like if the perfume was $30 or $40, you guys would complain that it was cheap and that you didn't want to buy that cheapish. You know what I'm saying? Um, some people are also saying, well, isn't Nicki Minaj releasing a perfume too? Is Beyonce copying Nicki Minaj and all this other stuff? That's a bit of a reach. Beyonce is an R&B / pop star. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce, Nicki Minaj is a rapper, so I don't even think those two things matter. But as a shit ton of money, does she realistically need to charge X amount for, these items? No, I don't think she necessarily needs to, because she is already rich and she is already, she has a lot of money already, and she constantly gets money from her fans, however she gets it from them. So would she need to charge that much? Not necessarily. But does it make sense as to why she does? Absolutely. It absolutely does make sense as to why she does, unfortunately. There's also conversation being had online from the fans about Beyonce and how Beyonce only comes out and comes around and interacts with her fans when she wants to sell them something. Now, this is actually where I start to chime in with the fans and agree to to an extent. This is when I actually start to kind of look at it and be like, you know what? You can charge overpriced, stuff for stuff, or you can charge like a good amount of money for your products and for your shows. I don't have a problem with that at all. But I am with the sector of people who wants to have a discourse about, Beyonce and her inability to interact with her fans. This person says, I'm sorry, she comes online whenever she has something to sell and then dips afterward. This person says, as it should be, she has a life. That's very bad for marketing. never mind. No wonder why Ivy Park flopped. Okay, we're gonna get into that in a second, actually. Then this person jokingly says, not Beyonce, about to get more of my tuition money. Ooh, girl, I don't know what that tweet at the bottom is about. Then another person says, she's charging almost $200 for a perfume. Hang it up. This is why Ivy Park flopped, trying to overcharge people for some Victoria's Secret body spray. Now, I don't think that's why Ivy Park flopped. I don't think Ivy Park flopped because it was expensive, but we'll get into that. So, there's discourse being had, okay? And there's plenty of more tweets on Twitter if you just go look it up. If you just search Beyonce, you'll see a bunch of stuff, right? So the first part I'm going to kind of cover is the segment about Beyonce not reaching out to her fans. So there's a lot of discourse around this. There are some Beyonce fans who don't care. You know, Beyonce can come out and come around when she wants to sell them something, and they're totally fine with that. And they're just going to buy it and move on. They're not even going to question it. They're not even going to think about it. Nothing. Then there's other fans who are like, well, you know, we get Beyonce as Beyonce. We love her. But why does she have to disconnect herself from us so much, opposed to other celebrities who are, you know, singers, you know, rappers, whoever, who come online, they show, fan love, fanfare, interact with them, you know, just tell them how much she appreciates them, things like that. I think they want a little bit more from Beyonce as a fan base in terms of like her, you know, being more active online and things like that. So there's a lot of discourse around that. And I would agree. I think that, you know, she is a legend. She is a living legend and everything like that. She is Beyonce, you know. She's not probably going to be out in online like everybody else who has to market and push their careers online. Because let's be real, a lot of these celebrities that we see have to be online because they have to market their careers online. They have to push their music online. They have to do all this. Beyonce doesn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why, too, she's on online, because she doesn't have to play the social media marketing game like that much. So, you know, she's just tucked away because no matter what she puts out, people are going to buy it. So I don't think that she has to be online like that. But I do think it would be nice for her to do sometimes, just to come and pop in, you know, maybe hop on live for a few minutes, or, you know, respond to a couple comments on Instagram or YouTube or Twitter or something like that. I'm not saying she has to be online for marketing purposes. I just mean just to entertain her fans, just to talk to them, just to, you know, maybe tell her what, you know, tell her fans what she ate for breakfast that day, just randomly, just to give them something. Because I feel like they feel like, you know, being like they're being used for money. Which I can totally understand why they would feel that way. Because, you know, it does seem a little impersonal when, you know, you have to launch a perfume, or you have movie tickets on sale, or you have a concert on sale, or a clothing line. And that's when you come out, you know, to be visible, to talk to them or to show something. But it's not because you're just, you know, talking to them or just seeing how they're doing or anything like that. So I do get that. I totally get that, and I agree with those fans. And the Beehive who don't agree can eat me up and can come into this video and talk shit and say, well, Beyonce doesn't have to do that. I don't care if she doesn't talk to me or acknowledge my existence. She's still the queen. Well, girl, that sounds delusional to me. But, you know, that's fine. If that's really how you feel and you don't care if she comes and takes all your money and doesn't say nothing to you ever, then that's cool. But for me, it does seem a little impersonal, and that's just my opinion, okay, bitch? Also, switching gears a little bit, but not too much, let's get on Ivy Park. So that was a whole thing, and we knew that the reason why Ivy Park didn't sell out wasn't really necessarily because it was expensive as much as it was because it wasn't sustainable to a lot of fans and, you know, the general public who would purchase it. They were saying it was too fancy for the gym, you know, but it was too dressed down or too casual for like a night out or a date night. It wasn't a practical piece or practical pieces to wear. Unlike products like Skims, you know, that are body contouring and casual enough to wear out, you know, a coffee date, and casual enough to go to the gym in. Like, Skims attire is a little bit more sustainable, right? So people weren't really invested in that as, you know, a brand for Beyonce. So people are having the conversation of, can Beyonce do the brand thing? Can Beyonce do the Skims thing? Can Beyonce do the makeup thing? Can she do a hair thing? Can she do, perfume thing? Can she do that kind of thing? Or is Beyonce just solely put into a musical box to where is she going to be able to have a sustainable brand outside of music? And that's actually a great question because Ivy Park did not do that well, right? But she's coming out with this perfume. So some people are saying, ooh, it's going to flop because Ivy Park flopped. So what do you guys think? Do you think her perfume is going to sell? I think it will because it's a perfume. And the reason why I think it will because it's a perfume is because most women and men, whether perfume or cologne, are going to be purchasing that and wearing it or keeping it as a novelty item associated with Beyonce and not touching it. I think that that's going to sell out really quickly. To me, I think that's a good product for her to push because there's nothing unsustainable about perfume. So I think that'll do just fine, her perfume. But yeah, that's the question. Any other products that she puts out in the future, people are wondering, is it going to sell? Is she going to be able to do the brand thing? Because Ivy Park didn't do well. But I'm sure Beyonce, which I don't know, and I haven't kept up with her like that, but I'm sure she's put out other products over the years that have done well, so I don't see why the perfume wouldn't. But we'll just have to see, how the sales end up going with that. And we talked about a lot of things in this video, okay? We talked about, is Beyonce money hungry? Okay. We talked about, is she going to be able to do a brand thing, be a brand owner? We talked about Beyonce needing to be a little bit more open with her fans and be a little bit more, out there for them and present for them, just so that they can feel a little bit more connected to her outside of her selling things to them. So, let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm more of an observer of her, at this point. But my strongest opinion is, girl, talk to your fans. Show up for your fans. Interact with your fans. Okay? That's my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.